3, 2, 1, live.
Farts. Old farts. Two old farts. Steve and Dave. Sometimes you find a diamond in the rough. Not this time, though. This is just rough. Two old farts. There is no better waste of time. Two guys. Two old guys. A lot of BS and more drivel than you can shake a stick at. Steve and Dave. God help us.
Oh, there's that God guy again you keep bringing into
Yeah.
everything. Jeez.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
Church of England people already.
Yeah, well, we only have the one God.
Really?
And,
Well, see, we're like
yeah.
Jews. We have like kind of like one, but we're not really sure.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
with the being
Well,
like Greek, you could have like 50.
as I always say, you know, I'm just thrilled that I'm guaranteed to go to heaven, simply because I'm Church of England, and
I know.
that's what they
And just
told
see-
me when I was very small,
All
and
right.
so I have to believe that.
Well, I got good news and bad news for you
Okay,
because
What's
everybody thinks the
the
Jew
bad
just
news.
the bad news is because the Jews own everything. We own that place, and we charge admission just to let you know. So that
Okay.
Bank of Nigeria, New York City thing you did, I would
Yeah.
certainly suggest you get that handled before you get there. So
Yeah,
you'll tell them
well,
you'll
you
know
know,
me. You'll get a good seat, just so you know.
Okay,
But
so I know that Stephen
that's true.
guy. Yeah.
There
Right.
is Steve.
Okay.
Oh God.
Okay.
So, but I have
Well,
real estate in both places. So just in
I'm
case.
sure that whatever place we get to, whether it's full of lightness or darkness,
Yes,
there's probably going to be some candles. What an
yes,
intro.
and we have an artisan who's been on our show before. She was on the shows when we like show number 20. This is show 106, and she has got tons of cool candles, and she showed us how to make candles. I'm very excited to have Michelle Swaney back with us.
Hey,
We should bring her in.
We should.
And there she is. Dun, 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 dun.
Hi.
Good morning. Good morning.
How are you?
Good morning.
I'm great. How are you?
Oh my God, we're doing wonderful. It's good to see you. I've been trying to get you back for a couple of months, and we've been going back and forth, and there you are, so to speak, in the flesh.
Life has been crazy.
That's good. Good crazy or bad crazy?
Both.
Good. And how are candle sales? Good? Everything's good? People buying candles?
Yes, it's picking up. Usually after Christmas, it slows down,
Right.
and it's starting to come back up some.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, the good thing is now you're going to be here with our global audience of like 12 people, and they'll now be able to buy tons and tons and tons of candles from you. So I'm very excited for you, and we're glad you're back.
Yeah, we are, because last time it was very unfortunate. I think you had some issues with your Wi-Fi.
Yes, I was having bad issues.
And then we were on Zoom as well, so it was all, but we struggled our way through. And but yeah, like Steve said, it's great to have you back on, because we always refer to you as the Candle Lady. So yeah,
Yes.
you're very much part of the 12 Farts family, because you came on so early and and supported us then. So it's great to get back and find out what's happening in Candleland.
Yeah.
Well, we talked last time, and I had started a candle line for Diesel,
Right.
which is this one right here.
Very nice.
But since we also talked last time, look at there.
Wow. Your own two old farts making noise candle. That is a beauty. Now,
You like that?
That is, can I tell you, that is like, that's like, that's a piece of art.
Yeah.
That's a piece of art. Now, what scent will that have?
I was going to say, that's the only concern that people will have it. If I buy this 2 Old Farts candle, is it going to smell like, roses?
Whatever you want it to smell like. I haven't made it because I don't know what scent that y'all want. So
Scotch and cigars. Oh, no. I guess lavender. You know what? Here's that. I say that being kind of a smart ass, but really, if I'm going to smell a candle, lavender. There's something about lavender that just chills you out, because I went to a store once and they did have a candle that smelled like scotch and one that smells like a cigar. And I'm like,
I have
yeah,
one that smells like a cigar.
yeah. But here, see, the nice thing is back here, I can just light a cigar. So I'm good. So I don't need that candle. And my wife would have a heart attack. But lavender or like a creamy something, it's just something nice and relaxing about having that kind of a
Yes,
candle.
Well, I'm
lavender
gonna
is great for that, for
yeah,
relaxation and
I'm gonna be a
anxiety.
party pooper. Be a party pooper
Okay.
and say that I
You gonna poop?
absolutely.
Did the
Yeah,
nurse
I've
there?
actually.
Does she know?
Yeah,
Okay.
she's already been. She's already been.
Okay.
So I know.
Just checking.
So I know I'm a party pooper.
Okay.
Because of all the poppers, the party poppers. Yeah, the one smell I really struggle with is lavender.
Okay.
So,
So
again, Stephen and I are in total disagreement, which is nothing new.
well, David, I'm assuming the candle lady can make a candle with any scent you would like.
Yeah.
What do you
Yeah.
like, Dave?
I I like more sweeter smells. So
Sweet strawberries?
Ooh.
yeah. Oh, going that way. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
had
don't know what
that
it is.
one. I had
Lavender. It's just like it just reminds me of old ladies, but grandmothers.
Wow.
well, you
Yeah.
don't have to have just one scent. You can have two
Oh, there you go.
In the same candle or in a line of candles?
in a line. With Diesel, he's doing 3 different scents.
Okay.
So if someone orders from the website, they have 3 choices. They can choose lemongrass, they can choose sugar cookie, or
Ooh,
they can choose French vanilla, which is the 3 scents that he chose for his line.
very cool.
French
So you
vanilla.
don't have to settle for just one.
What
French
is
vanilla sounds
what is the cookie one? What does that smell like then? Does that smell
cookies.
like cookies?
It does smell like a Christmas sugar cookie, yeah.
Oh wow.
And you
Okay.
being from the Church of England or London or whatever that make believe religion is that you follow, I gotta believe that you should
Yeah.
know what a sugar cookie dancing plum fairy thing is. So
Oh
you
well,
should that
I know what a plum pudding is, but
I,
yeah, I
I
mean,
have plum
it's
pudding.
actually it's the accident of birth, Stephen. You see, because but it's like the default religion, but
Right.
you don't have any choice. I mean, it's like you grow up, you're born in the you're born in England, Church of
Right.
England.
Right.
That's your lot. You're done.
All right. Just checking. So
It's not just as much as I'd like to sort of change it to the Church of Dave or whatever, but
ooh, there you go. I follow that religion.
yeah.
So anyway, back to the candles. So we have now a 2 old fart candle. So
Mhm.
with the black, that's really cool. So we'll have to put that on our merch page. Look at that.
Yeah.
That is nice.
But I think, in all honesty, this will only be available in the US. I think for very practical reasons.
Yes, until we can figure out. I'm working on trying to figure out international shipping.
I think we lost Michelle.
Yeah,
Her internet.
yeah. We had this. This is what we had before.
That's what happened last time. But the exciting thing is now while she's figuring out her phone to come back. Oh, there
Ah,
she
there
is.
she go.
There you are. You're back.
a phone call came in and it just kicked us off.
That's
Yeah,
what
that's
happened. Welcome
that's
to our life. Welcome to our life.
it always happens
and the
when
thing,
I'm talking to Steve.
I'm trying to figure out international shipping with UPS. I've been trying to do that for days now. I may have to change my software for it, but hey, sometimes you just have to make changes to grow.
I will
Yeah.
tell you who else ships internationally, which could be very cool, is the United States Postal Service.
Yes, I already have them,
Okay.
but I'm trying to get something a little bit more cheaper pricing
Oh, okay.
to make it more, yeah,
Attractive for people.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because you know who we're going to
Yeah.
have to send. If she can figure out international shipping, you know who's getting a candle right off the bat. Adam.
Yeah.
Adam.
Yeah. The only issue that you have here in Europe is that you have to pay customs on it when it comes.
Really?
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So the value is
that's-
zero. It's because it's from the heart, David. You don't
Yeah,
have to
well,
pay for
you
that.
can. I mean, some people do put on it that it's a gift,
Yeah.
but yeah, that has an upstream and downstream yeah, because it
Everything
could
that
be
people I send outside the United States, I just put the value as $1.
yeah. As long
and
as it's
nobody
got
gets
something
taxed.
on it.
Yeah, nobody
Yeah.
cares. They're like, yeah, whatever, gift value $1.
Yeah. You have to put something on it. That's what, when people don't put anything on the post, he has to kind of work it out or get stuck. And I've had things that the guy stand on the door and he says, well, you have to pay me this. And I said, I said, well, how much is that? And he said, well, like, be €50. There was something that came that's it was going to be €50. It was something, a gift that somebody sent. And I know it was like $5 or something, because it was just a fun thing. And I said, well, that's like 10 times the value of what it is. He said, well, you can refuse it. But,
I'm going to send you €50 and declare a €50 value just to see what they do with it.
Thank you, Stephen.
I'm here for you. Anyway, back to Michelle. So Michelle, so you have the diesel down low candles. You have now
Right.
2 old fart candles, which I'm sure will be flying off the shelves. And then what else have you been
I
working
guess,
on?
is this the jar you want to go with?
Oh, David's our creative, because I stay out of
No,
this part.
I am in the presence of the candle
The
maker
lady.
extraordinaire.
That's
And
true.
so I'll leave that expertise up to you, Michelle, because you know what's good in the candle world. I'm just blowing in the wind. Here we go.
Will you tell us, is that a good size for the 2 old farts candle?
That is a 16-ounce candle. It's not too small, not too big.
Right.
We actually started out with a larger one with diesel, and just to be more cost effective in the economy that we're in, we decided to bump it down to the 16 ounce.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very
Because to
nice.
go too small, your logo wouldn't fit on it. Your private label. It's what I'm
Private label.
calling it, your private label.
Yeah.
Well, the good thing is hopefully other people will see this, and if they want to have a private label candle made as well, they can reach out to you and say, "Hey, we'd like our stuff
Yes.
done too," because you're not
Yes.
making them until someone orders them. So it's like
No, I'm not
so it's
making them
yeah.
until it's a done deal and they want to proceed on as me being their manufacturer.
Right. So like we're like a guinea pig. It's like, look, you can do this. So
Yeah,
basically,
you
if
and
some they
Diesel
are
both.
guinea pigs. But if someone wants, like one of our fans reaches out to you and says, "Hey, we want a candle or 2 or 3 or 4," then you would just make them as an individual for them and then charge them accordingly.
I can, and I can
Okay.
invoice them. My what I use in the store is Square. When
Right.
people come in to purchase something, or hey, can you send me an invoice? I'll pay for it and I'll come by and pick it up later. Or can you ship it? I just had a lady, she lives in Conestana, New York. She has been a customer of mine for a few years now, and she just ordered a bunch of the little wax melts that you put in the little thing. I invoiced her and she paid for the shipping, and that's been sent off to New York.
Cool. All right. So for our fans that are watching this, whether they're watching it on when the show comes
Right.
out or down the road, that says, I have to have this because this is just going to be funny to have a 2 old farts candle, right? That say
Right.
expectations are really low. How much is the candle? And then shipping, we're not going to worry about, because shipping is going to be anywhere from $5 to $10, depending on where it goes, I guess, in the United
Or
States.
50 if you send it to me, Stephen.
Well, if I send it to you, $500, right? But if it's in the United States, other than sending it to David in the Netherlands, what would the candle run?
If the candle's gonna run you 21
Okay.
plus the shipping.
Okay. That's a big candle though. And you go to these stores
Yeah.
and you see these candles that are like in those jars, and they're like the same, like 15 to 20 to $30. And I'm like, really?
It could
So,
actually be whatever you decide the cost is. I'm just a manufacturer, so
okay.
whatever you
Oh,
decide.
$17 million. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
so one
Yeah.
time candle run, that's it.
If
Enjoy
it were
it. So,
if it's through me, say I'm doing this and it had nothing to do with y'all,
right,
the vinyl candles that I sell here locally are $18.95, but
right.
that includes the profit, that includes the vinyl work that needs to be done, wax, etc. Private labels are a little bit more because they require a little bit more detail and time. So it wouldn't be just the 21. I was just being funny. It would
Right.
actually be a little bit more than that.
Okay. So it really is, you got to be a fan of the show and want to buy. What I would do, David, and when we get off, when we're done with the interview, we have Michelle, we can put the candle on our merch page. And someone that
Yeah,
really wants it, they'll
definitely.
just go right to Michelle, and Michelle
Yeah,
Yeah,
can,
we can, what
order.
sell
we'll
you.
do for you, what we'll do for y'all, like I did for Diesel, is I will have a link. I will, once it's made, I will add it to the website,
Sure.
and it'll have a link, and it'll be available for purchase through that link.
Okay.
And we'll work all that out. But
All right. Yeah,
yeah,
that's a
that's what
David. That's a David
Diesel's.
thing. Much smarter than me. But no,
Yeah,
that's a
that's what we
beautiful.
did for Diesel is
Right.
he can put it on his website as an external link if they wanted to order through his website. And we can do
Right.
the same thing for y'all. If they wanted to order through your website, it's on there as an external link. And what it does is they purchase it, it sends it straight to me
Oh,
so that
okay.
I can process the order and then have it
Yeah.
shipped out.
I
Very
think what
cool.
would probably do the best thing, because we don't have any merchandising at the moment. We'll probably just, yeah, have a link with going straight through to you, I think, to start off with, and we'll just see how that goes.
Yeah, I
So,
agree.
Well, if you two agree, then I agree. Look, Steve, Michelle hasn't been with us since last time we interviewed her. We was at Zoom, so now we have all these fun things we get to play with. So do you have anything other than which is going to be a bestseller? I am sure the Diesel Down Low and the Two Old Farts candle. Other than those two things, have you worked on anything else new that you want to show your candle fans?
Um, Actually, we've had so much going on that I haven't gotten to that yet.
Okay.
We're still trucking right along with what we have already been doing. I do have some things up here, but it may be a few more months before I can venture in to do that.
Very
I
cool.
do want to do well, our plans were to do a what they call an outdoor candle. I'm sure you might have saw the city bonfires. I was trying to do my own little deal with that, but we got to figure it all out because it just I'm not going to put a product out there that's just absolutely not ready, and it's not
Right.
ready.
So, well, see, that's the kind of nice thing. So, other than the joke made in America and all this other stuff, right? But you take yourself, which is a small entrepreneur, and you make sure things are perfect. So, and we spoke to you 8, 9 months ago, and you were on Diesel's candle, and it's taken that long to get it to where it's like almost ready. And then, on our show, you were joking you should have a candle. So it's taken, however many months to get to this point. So
Well,
for
it
those
took
people
us
out
so
there,
long. It took us a long time because the jars that he wanted weren't available. And
right?
then when the jars become available, then the I lost my vinyl lady who quit doing it. So then that put us back to square one. So hopefully that won't happen with you guys. It just took longer than we had actually anticipated.
Right. Which is okay. But my point is though, you being you, and we love you for being you, you are very, it's got to be perfect before it goes out the door. And really,
Mhm.
it's for the whatever it costs. It's that the little extra love that's really what the cost is, right? And when you get it, you've gotten something that's perfect, not mass produced in some factory, whether it be in the
No,
US or China, that we make 12 million candles a day and we're going to charge you $4 and it doesn't smell 100% right. It doesn't do this right. It doesn't do that. This is literally pay the extra few dollars and you'll have a candle, I'm sure, that will actually burn longer as well as
yes,
smell nicer than the ones that I'm going to go buy at most of the candle shops here that are just mass produced. There's a couple that we have, and I think I told you the last time, this girl makes in a little itty bitty jar like this big, and she'll make
uh-huh,
like, it looks like cookies and cream or cactuses. It's very cute, and I don't want to ever light them. So like, and they smell very nice, but I don't want to light them
right.
because they're too cute. This is to be lit and enjoyed, and and I like that.
That's exactly right. That's why we make them. I have I don't know if you can see the coffee beans in it,
Yep.
but I make one called roasted coffee, and
Right.
I make it to where it gives it, I put the coffee beans in it because it gives it that extra aroma. And this is a seller. The roasted coffee smell is a seller.
Oh, very cool. All right. Well,
yeah.
we're going to make sure that our fans know about the roasted coffee smell.
And
That's
we
always a
can
good one.
once we load your candle on the website, I can
Right.
put options under it. They can order the scent that they want, whichever scents that you decide you want to go with.
Okay. Well, that's going to be that's going to be an event. So that we'll do offline because I don't think our subscribers and your fans really care what scent we choose because they're all going to be like whatever. Here's how I look at it: whether we choose 1 cent, 2 cents, 3, 50 cents, they're all wrong. Because somebody's going to go, I really wanted to get that candle, but it didn't have the aroma of a
Yeah.
wet dew grass and Kentucky on the 3rd of July. Okay, well, I'm sorry we didn't get that one for you. So, so
Right.
we'll pick what we think are favorites and
That's right.
special orders can be
Because
special
this is
orders.
what they really want. This is what they
Right.
really want. They
They
want
want
that
the
right
two
there.
Yeah.
old farts. They want the logo.
That's the one. Yeah.
That is it. That is really cool.
And
I'm
yeah,
very excited about that.
the other thing, Michelle, that when you were on before, we had this discussion about, and I think Steve was talking about it as well, about all this sort of soot, almost soot-like black smoke that comes out of the candles. But that doesn't happen with yours, does it? Because that annoys the crap out of me. And the other thing is as
Right.
well that it gives it. There's something in the candle as well. If we have them on here as well, I can only have it for like half the evening, and then it starts irritating my eyes. But is that all to do with what they put in the candles? Because I know you would.
What you're talking about is a wax that's been around for centuries now. Paraffin wax is man-made and it's got diesel fumes in it. And when you light a paraffin candle, it has toxins, cancer-causing carcinogens in it, and that is also what turns the rim black. I mean, you're breathing in junk. Is what you're breathing in. Our candles do not do that. Our candles are soy wax, 100% soy wax, which is organic, vegan, eco-friendly, and safe to breathe in, and it burns clean all the way. We use cotton core wicks in our candles, which is eco, and it's also organic. So our candles, when you burn those, after you're done with the candle, you can actually wash whatever excess that's out of there because it's biodegradable. Don't, wash it down the sink or nothing like that, but you
Mhm.
can clean that jar and you can actually have a jar for a drinking glass if that's what you choose to use it for, or it could be a planter to plant a little vine or something in it. That's the good thing about the wax that we use. It's clean.
Well, the interesting fact to that then would be if this is a big seller for us, we'll have to do a coffee mug and we'll have to get the
Yeah.
coffee mugs made and send them. And they'll be, of
Yes,
course, smaller, but you would have a coffee mug with these two pretty
that's
faces
right.
on it. That'll scare people. So that'll give your kids nightmares. But that'll
Yeah.
be pretty cool too. So I'm liking
Yeah.
that. So that could be
But I think
very
I
cool.
think think what we'd have to do, Stephen, is have our faces at the bottom of the coffee mug. So
Oh, you mean
as
like when
well.
you
So
drink it, that
but,
surprises we're at the
yeah,
bottom.
when you
There you
Have a
drink
go.
it, and
coffee mug after that. Yeah.
There you
then
go.
people go, oh, it's you guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well,
Right.
listen, it's the best part about it is if you're a married couple, they'll never have to worry about children if that's their surprise. There's our faces at the bottom of a coffee mug. That'll keep you ill for the day. So, but I love this. This is wonderful. And I mean, in your whole process, because for lack of it's an eco-friendly candle. We had an eco printer and painter on last week, but everybody seems to be going into the eco-friendly and cancer-free is good. Because I know,
Yes.
like I said, when my mom passed and we sat Shiva and we had to light candles, those candles were as black could be. They were white and
Mm-mm.
then they
Yeah.
would burn black, and I was like, this is disgusting.
That's
So
those fumes that are
yeah.
releasing into that air, and it's diesel fumes, and it turns it black.
Yep. Yeah. So I'm glad to know that. So next time somebody dies, I'm just going to order white candles from Michelle. So
Yeah.
it's a good thought. So for all the Jews out there, you need Shiva candles. Michelle can make you Shiva candles. So there you go.
Michelle,
And I'm not trying
is
to be
that some?
funny. I'm being very, very, very serious about that.
Is that sorry, Stephen? Is that
Okay.
something that you really promote as well on your website that is eco? I mean, you've mentioned it 2 or 3 times, but it seems to be, and unless you know the other half of the story. I mean, yeah, I was lucky enough to have spoken to you before, so I had this in the back of my mind, And we had all these candles that we got given at Christmas and around Christmas, and like I say, they affect me after about half an hour. But is that something that you're also openly promoting on your website, that you are eco-friendly, that this is a
Yes, that is
cornerstone of your
something.
business?
Yes, I also promote it on my Facebook page, and I've even considered going back to the website and putting it across the top. That way,
Yeah.
that's one of the first things that everybody sees.
No, I think that would be a really good move, because it's only, yeah. I mean, you're the wax lady extraordinaire, but myself as a consumer, unless I'd had this conversation with you, I mean, who would I ask that to? Would I go into the shop and they say to the people in the shop, "Oh, is it going to burn black? Is it going to irritate my eyes?" Oh, no, sir. Just pay the money and go.
Right.
But
Right.
you're informing everybody now. Look, guys, look out, because not only does this stuff stink, it's going to irritate your eyes. It's also going to irritate your lungs as well, which is not good for you. So yeah, eco, I think
One
it's
of
you
the
should be. Sorry.
I will say that one of the ladies that Diesel connected me to, I don't know if you've had her on the show, but she has a specialty shop up in Manahawkin, New Jersey, and she had placed a wholesale order with me, and the tea light candles that we made for her, she was doing them for samples. Well, somehow in the process of them getting to her, they dropped the box and it caused the little bag that they were sealed in to bust. Well, long story short, and she can vouch for it. She spent a few days trying to smell everything and put them where they were supposed to go, and she said it never once triggered her allergies. So that speaks volumes right there.
Yeah.
Very cool. When you were on, I went back to look, you were on show 19. So all the
Yeah.
people that we're going to put all the retailers again that have your candles that you gave us the last time. We're going to put your link, your Instagram, your TikTok, your Facebook, everything. So you will be there. So people can watch your call. So people will be able to find you. So because we're on TikTok now too, which is a scary thought.
I
So
know.
yeah, we're all over the place. So we're learning all about social media at 250 years old. So, but
Yeah.
we're very excited about our candle. So, and then when we get done with the interview, we'll go off and talk more about that. And then diesels as well. So when they're ready to be live, we have to come back and show everybody like, here it is, guys, it's live. You can actually buy them and do stuff with them. And that'll be very cool.
Yeah.
And then if I know you had the frying pan candle the last time, and you had these other candles. So
Yeah.
as you come up with more stuff, we definitely want to see it because you are
You
very
want me to
creative
show the
and stuff.
frying pan again?
That would be awesome. We love the frying
Let
pan
me get
candle.
it. Let me
Sure.
get it.
The frying pan candle is very, very cool
Yeah.
for the for the
Yeah.
for the
Well, it's
people
it's
that
good,
don't.
because last time where we kept dropping in and out of the internet, and we
There you
missed a
go.
lot
Here,
of
let me
stuff.
do a close up of the frying pan. That is very cool. And when you're done, you get an iron pan.
That's right. You can cook with it.
Yep, because everything is cancer free, biodegradable, and whatnot.
That's
So it's
right.
perfect.
Yeah.
That is
That's right. So
awesome.
you're getting a two for one.
A twofer. I love it.
Too far.
And that is
I mean,
awesome.
not wishing to sound rude, but it's a rather strange gift.
What
I
is?
mean, I'd love. I mean, it's fun. I mean, if somebody gave me one, it would put a real smile on my face, but it wouldn't be the first thing that I went into the shop and asked, "Do you have a frying pan candle?" So, so how did you
That's
come
what
up
makes
with
it.
that, or had you seen it somewhere else, or
Um,
I've never seen it.
I had seen it a few years ago just by on it was back in it was right before I started the business in 2016. I was just scrolling through the internet, and I think it was Martha Stewart that had it. And I was like, well, that's very interesting. I've never seen that before. And then when we had taken a trip to one of his battle buddies up at the Kentucky-Tennessee line. I think I've told you about that before. He melted a candle down into a skillet in his cabin, but it went in my head like a light bulb. And I said, that's it right there. Nobody in this area does that. It's totally different. And I wanted to be totally different. Didn't want to be copying everybody else. So that's how I started out. I made them into the iron skillet, sold them, and then people said, well, can you do it in this? Can you do it in that? And it just kind of kind of grew from there. So we have actually become the home of the iron skillet, and most of it is seasonal when it comes to those, unless somebody asks you to specially make one. But I sell them mostly at Christmas.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. And
I
of
just
course,
think it's a
this,
cool. I just think it's a cool gift. Like it's
It
just
is a
like
yeah,
cool gift.
you don't
absolutely.
And
get.
there's a lot of people here in this area that cook in iron skillets.
Well, that's a dying art. And I know I have a friend who's a big iron skillet person, and he's like, no, he says if you get one, when you're done, because you don't really clean them, you kind of let it sit because you want all the juices and what. I'm like, what? And he was
Yes.
telling me how you have to cook in an iron skillet, and I was like, dude, first of all, the thing weighs 937 pounds. So to make 2 eggs in an iron skillet, I have to go to the gym and look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. So this is probably not happening. I said, so he said, yeah, but he says you put your butter, you put your eggs, you do this, you do that. He says, and then when you're done, you just let it sit. I'm like, uh-huh. I go, and what about the cleaning? He goes, no. The next time he goes, you just light the fire, and it gets warm, you throw whatever in there. And I'm like, okay, he goes, it's all that flavor and all this. And it must be a very Southern thing. Because being from New York, the minute I heard that, I was like, there's no friggin' way I'm gonna let things sit and I gotta clean it immediately.
It's a Southern thing.
It's just it has to be. There's just no way that we're going to like be cooking iron skillets anytime soon, I
Yeah.
think. But then again, I could be wrong.
Yeah, but you have that in some of the French kitchens as well, that they won't
Yes.
wash these iron pans. They will wipe them through,
Right.
and with a paper tissue or whatever.
But
But they
that's
don't.
just French people in general, though, right? They don't
Yeah.
wash, so it's okay. So what do I know? So Michelle, thank
David,
you.
allegedly.
You are. Is there anything you want to promote? Anything you want to, other than the diesel and the two old farts candles? What else do you want to promote? Everybody knows you're in, I think, Alabama, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm
And
in Alabama. A couple of guys that are actually, I don't think I told you this the last time we talked,
no,
but there's a couple of guys that my candles have been in their store for a little over 4 years now. They're in downtown Wetumpka. Their store is called Scent Wizards, and these guys have been my mentors since the beginning. Positive criticism, just are for me, looked out for me, and I just kind of want to give a shout out to them. And they don't know that I'm doing this, but
okay.
Charles and Tim Hinkle have been my backbone in the candle world, and I think they deserve a recognition on that.
And they're in
Oh,
downtown. I'm never going to try to pronounce the name you just did, but it's on
Wetumpka. It's an
Wetumpka
Indian
Shores.
name,
Wetumpka.
Wetumpka. Yeah, I'm in
Wetumpka.
Wetumpka. Yeah,
Yeah.
So, and you can actually
it's an
go to your
Indian name.
you can actually go to your store, and I have to read this. It's 231 Total Car Care, US Highway 231, and whatever, Alabama.
Wetumpka.
Wetumpka, Alabama. I'm going to have literally
Yeah.
every American Indian now show up at my door and go, listen, we're going to teach you how to speak. I'm like, please, I'm still learning English. But on below, we'll have a list of where you can buy all of Michelle's candles from New Jersey to West Virginia to Alabama, as well as her website and as well as all her social media. So if you want a candle specially made for you, your business, or something else, she's your person. And if you want to buy the diesel download candle and or the two old farts candle, she's also your person. So there you go.
That's right.
Yeah.
If they're
So
looking
And
for
is
a
it-
manufacturer for their private label, I'm their person.
there you go.
Yeah.
And she's
And
a female entrepreneur and a grandmother.
Yeah.
I remember that all from the last time. There you
Yep.
And
We
I
just
must
recently
say,
have a new grandbaby.
go. Uh-oh. So
Okay.
it's not that you have two beautiful grandchildren anymore. You have two grown children. I never remember that. So now how many grandchildren?
There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So you're Catholic. Congratulations. So, so very cool. That's very nice. Two grown
Yeah.
children and 7 grandchildren. That's a lot of candles.
That is a lot of candles.
That's very, very cool.
Yeah. And I must say, Michelle, I just love your accent. It just.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah,
That's a Southern
really,
accent.
Yeah.
She's a Southern
Yeah.
woman, David.
Yeah, Southern Belle, a Southern Belle.
She's a
Yeah.
Southern belle. Yes.
That's
She's a
right. That's right. You never
Yeah,
make a
so-
Southern woman mad either.
That is true. That or an Asian woman, a Jewish woman, a black woman, a Southern. None of them. Don't ever make them mad because it's all the same. Doesn't end well for you. So it's very cool. Well, Mr. David, I think we've taken enough of Miss Michelle's time, the candle lady. Michelle, you know we love you. You come back whenever you want, and when the candles are ready, we'll have you come back. And if you come up with another specialty candle, by all means, please make sure you let us know so we can at least show everybody, even if it's just a quick 5-minute hello, how are you? So,
Absolutely.
but we want to show people. So now this is the fun part for David. David made this cool ending, and now he gets to show it to everybody. This is what he does all day. He
Yeah.
like does
Yeah.
this fun
Well,
stuff.
you see, if I was really skilled, then I'd be able to make candles, but I'm not.
That's right.
Because we have the candle extraordinaire. Michelle, thank you so much for getting up super early and talking to us. And everybody in the US for listening super early. It's always in the afternoon for me. I'm the lucky one. Stay on, as Steve said, after the credits come up, and then we can just do a little bit of housekeeping. But thank you so much again. And hey, guys, if you want the candles, you have to go to the Candle Lady.
That's true.
That's
And
right.
like the show, subscribe to the show, and you people on the podcast, you didn't really miss anything visually today. So you can just enjoy the podcast and Miss Michelle. And here we go with David's big, exciting ending. So it's like the 1812 overture, but not quite.
Well, sadly, this is the end of today's show. A really big thank you to everyone who contributed today to the show. And of course, thank you to my co-host, Stephen Oldfart. I'm David Oldfart. Don't forget, subscribe to the show and get all the latest updates from Two Old Farts Making Noises.